let's get into some Redskins news, our final team in the NFC East, as we continue to look around the league and see what the teams in the NFC East are doing right now and the rumors they're going to have. Because, again, everyone's got to play each other, and the Redskins are right there with some more news. And they actually had an interesting hire this past week. They hired ROBRYAN. That's right, the brother of Rex Ryan, twin brother of Rex Ryan, to be their new inside linebackers coach. This is interesting because ROBRYAN hasn't coached since 2016. He was fired whenever the Bills fired Rex Ryan because they were both working in Buffalo together. I believe Rob was an assistant coach, and so he got fired. So he hasn't coached since 2016, and he apparently interviewed for the Redskins defensive coordinator position a couple years back. So the Redskins and ROBRYAN have been kind of flirting together for a couple of years, and finally they actually do hire him. And ROBRYAN has come out and said he's a big supporter and admirer of the Redskins head coach, Jay Gruden. So here we go. We pair up ROBRYAN with the Washington Redskins, and maybe this could be a pretty good pairing here. Remember, ROBRYAN's resume is a little interesting, right? He's 56 years old. He did defensive coordinator stints in New Orleans, Dallas, Cleveland, and Oakland. His best year was probably 2013 with the Saints. He had a top 5 defense there, but then, you got to remember, the next year they were basically bottom of the league in every single defensive category. So ROBRYAN, he's been up and down. But this is interesting because they're not making him a defensive coordinator, just making him an inside linebackers coach. So they plug in his defensive prowess, his defensive mindset, but don't give him the keys to the castle. It's an interesting move from a media standpoint because we all think ROBRYAN and we see the long hair and he's the twin brother of Rex Ryan. He's kind of goofy and he's been up and down in his career, but overall, it's probably a pretty good hire by the Washington Redskins. It's kind of a, we have nothing to lose here. If he's a great inside linebacker head coach, then he's going to get another defensive coordinator spot at either in Washington or with another team. But if he's not good, you didn't pay him a lot of money, and he's just the inside linebackers head coach, so you can technically fire him or get rid of him in a couple of years. Not a big deal there. But the Redskins, like every other team in the NFC East, already starting to make moves. And that leads us into our next topic with the Washington Redskins, and this one is going to be the big one. This is the most important thing the Redskins have to figure out in 2019, especially this offseason. Alex Smith. Now, I know what you're saying. I thought Alex Smith was going to be, done for the season. He wasn't going to play in 2019. But actually, recent news has come out to say that Alex Smith might not miss all of 2019. And it's interesting here because the Redskins president, Bruce Allen, said in an NFL Network interview just this past week that he called the reports of Alex Smith missing all of 2019, quote, nonsense. So, but he didn't really dive into anything else there. He didn't say why he thought that was nonsense. He just said it was nonsense. So Bruce is maybe seeing things that we are not. You got to remember what happened to Alex Smith. 6-4 last year with the Redskins, and then in Week 11 broke both his fibula and his tibia, in the Week 11 loss to the Houston Texans. And he also started battling some infections post-surgery, and so he had the complications there, and so he really hasn't been able to do much, let alone walk, because of course the broken leg and the infection. He was in the hospital for like a month, so everyone immediately thought that Alex Smith was going to miss all of 2019. And now with the report and the interview that Bruce Allen's saying he's not going to miss all of 2019, this is going to be interesting to see what the Redskins are going to do with Alex Smith, because he's going to miss something, right? That's the important part here. Alex Smith will not be the starter Week 1. And he's not going to take any reps in training camp, and he's probably not going to be ready by midway through the season. So you got to remember that even though Bruce Allen thinks that he might not miss all of 2019, he's not going to play all of 2019. He's going to miss some games, and so the Redskins are going to have to be prepared with what to do at the quarterback position, because all they have on their roster right now is Colt McCoy, and we all know Colt McCoy is not an NFL starter. So the Redskins, they have to figure out in the next couple months who is going to be that Week 1 starter. And that moves us right into our next headline. I think it could be Kyler Murray. Are the Redskins eyeing the former Heisman winner to be the next starting quarterback for the Washington Redskins? But multiple mock drafts have had the Redskins landing Kyler Murray at 15. I saw one that had him, they traded up to 9 to draft Kyler Murray. I think this has some weight to it. I think this could be a legit rumor here. The Redskins are definitely looking at Kyler Murray to be the quarterback of the future, and I'll tell you why. I said earlier, I think the Giants are going to go with Dwayne Haskins at 6. So if Haskins off the board, then someone might trade into the top 10 to get that next quarterback. Whether it's Drew Lock, whether it's Daniels from Duke, or whether it's Kyler Murray. I think if Murray declares and he's officially going to be an NFL player. He's declared for the draft, but he's still going to be an NFL player. That's his future. Then teams are going to fall in love with this young guy from Oklahoma. He's the former Heisman winner. He's a great player. And maybe the Redskins could be that next team to either move up or sit patiently at 15 and take Kyler Murray. But the Redskins, the issue is they only have 7 picks. And they need a quarterback, yes, but they also need a lot of other positions as well. They got to protect the quarterback. You can use another skill player. So what are they going to do with their picks in this NFL draft? Again, they also have the 21st most cap space in the NFL. Now, 21st most is not a lot, but it's still enough to where they could make some moves. So maybe you address some moves in free agency, and then you're able to use that first-round pick to draft Kyler Murray. I think that this could be a very interesting pairing here. Murray will be a first-round draft pick. I think that is pretty much guaranteed. If he declares officially that he's going to play in the NFL for years to come, he will go in the first round. And we see this happen a lot come draft time. February, March, beginning of April. Average quarterbacks, or even slightly good quarterbacks, the hype train starts rolling, and their draft stock starts going up. So Dwayne Haskins is already rated to be a top 10 draft pick. He could go even higher. Someone might trade up to 2 or 3 to pick him. Kyler Murray's the same way. He's slated to be a late first rounder. That's only going to go up as teams meet with him, as he has his, as he has his workouts, his private workouts with teams. His draft stock is going to go up, and so you could see him landing in that late top 10, 7, 8, 9, 10 range, or early teens as being the spot to pick Kyler Murray. And the Redskins need a quarterback because Alex Smith, we just said, he's going to miss some time, whether it's, week 7 until week 7 or maybe until week 11. He's going to miss some time, so you probably got to draft his replacement. I think Kyler Murray could be an excellent, excellent pick. Remember, the Redskins have not drafted a quarterback in the first round since 2012. Robert Griffin III from Baylor. He was a former Heisman winner, won Rookie of the Year, got injured, has never been the same. What do you guys think? If the Redskins draft Kyler Murray, right? Let's look into our crystal ball here. They draft Kyler Murray. Who will have the better NFL career? Type R down below for RG3 or type K down below for Kyler Murray. I would tend to lean towards Kyler Murray. He might have a better upside, but then again, RG3 had a huge upside coming into the NFL, played really well for a year, and like we said, has not been the same ever since. Let me know in the comments down below.